Alright, we're back with another stream. We're talking about Survivor 44, Episode 7. And if you're in the chat, just say hi. But basically, the episode, in my opinion, honestly, was probably the best episode of the season so far. Honestly. It was the best episode of the season. I mean, you talk about a good story, you talk about actual gameplay more so than the challenge. I know the challenge took a lot of the time, but at least they got out of the way really quickly. Um, But yeah, I think this is probably the best episode so far. I can't think of one that's better. It's better than the last, at least the last three for sure. And we had some good moments from Jam Jam and Matthew before obviously he was voted out. Surprisingly, really early on. I mean, you talk about a really early boo here for. Sorry, I'm just. But yeah, you talk about a really early boot here. And by the way, Bryce is in the chat. Thanks, Bryce, for being here. Yeah, no, I think this is the best episode, Bryce. I disagree. I think this is the best episode of the season so far. I don't think anything else beats it. Um, but let's get to the let's just play Mario Kart while we talk about the episode. Let's talk about it. Let's do this thing. Let's play. Let's see. Let's do something interesting. I don't know, Bryce. You should probably hit the like button before things get bad again. But Bryce, why do you think this is the worst episode so far? I think this is the best episode so far, if anything. If you can hear me. Um, I think this is the best episode so far this season. I know people might disagree, but I think it was really good. The twist was bad. Like both of the advantage and the twist, in my opinion, could have been done better. Like I mean, the first of all, the twist where Heidi got the thing. Instead, it should have been like they had food while play as Funky Kong. It should have been them having food and then having to decide at the table who they're gonna vote for. Oh wow, look, this is Toad's Factory but modded. Um, so yeah, this is a bit different. This is like a 500 tracks in this game. But yeah, like the twists overall are not that good. This episode. But like the actual, what the hell is that? What the hell is this? What the heck is that? But yeah, Survivor needs to go back to its old form because this is just a joke. Like, what is this? Like a Monopoly game or something? Like, basically anyone can win now. It doesn't require any skill. What the heck was that? This is the dumbest map so far. This is my first time playing the map. I don't even know what's going on. I'm in last. But no, this is actually. I think the episode itself, like the content itself, was good. Obviously Franny, Franny made a detrimental mistake, and I don't know why she was crying half the episode when it was her fault that Matthew went home. Like literally, she's the one that caused it. Okay, Price, I'll play. What the heck is this map? This is the worst map. What the heck is this? Look at that. Do you see that? That was the worst. That was the worst part. Oh, okay. Actually, this actually looks really cool. I'm not even gonna lie. This looks awesome. But no, I'm thinking terribly by the way. But no, like, yeah, Franny literally caused Matthew's boot. She set in motion what would happen to Matthew for the rest of the episode, and then she's like crying about it at Tribal Council. Like, it's a joke. What the heck is this? This is garbage. I'm driving like Bryce does in real life right now. But yeah, like, it was 100% Franny's fault. And then Heidi, obviously, I don't even know what Heidi was thinking. Like, was she just set in on sending Jam Jam home? Did she even want to give them hope? Like, what was she doing? Oh, was she trying to protect Matt there, or like what? I don't understand the methodology of how she was like conducting her planning there. It's really unclear, which is why I think she's gonna lose because we don't even know what she's doing. Like they made it so unclear for us. Oh my god, this is. I should just play Bowser or Funky Kong like you said, Bryce. But yeah, like yeah. And what else is there from the episode? I mean, the feast is fine. The hunt for the key, it's obviously luck based. Because you can find as many keys as you want, but there's only one that's right. So I think in that respect, it's luck based as well, which is another bad thing. Um, and then obviously we had the tribal thing, which is like, isn't this basically just Murgatory 2.0? Like, this is just the same twist from last week, except a bit different. Like, it's so stupid. Oh my god, this driving is stupid. This track is terrible. I'm getting last in this race no matter what. How are the CPUs this much better than me? It's ridiculous. What is that? What did I just even trip over? I didn't even see that. Ridiculous. I thought honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Lauren was going home. I was actually fooled because I was like, there's no way Matt is going home this early. There's no way. And of course he does. Like, who's gonna make it to the final? Who's gonna make the final boot now? Is it gonna be Franny's story now? Is it like the Manals, Franny's now, where she's gonna have the underdog story up until the finale, or is she gonna win from here? Like, are we gonna see the start of her winning journey here? But for the main contenders like Carson, Jam Jam, Carolyn, I think this was a great episode for Jam Jam in terms of content, to be honest. And the fact that he survived was really impressive. Obviously, good job on Jam Jam. I thought when Lauren was writing Jam Jam's name down, okay, I'm like Jam Jam's gone, but nope, he's still here. Um, I'm driving terribly, but yeah, but yeah, Carson, I think he had a good episode, even though he like got like one confessional. He started off the episode nice. He was like the first, he was the closer for the first batch of confessionals, which I think was impressive. What the heck? And Carolyn, I think the episode was like whatever, another breather episode for Carolyn, which is good for her, I guess. For a play, I have one. I'm playing Funky Kong. Bryce was right, for once. But yeah, like anyone can come up with a better twist than what production came up with for this episode. There's so many different easy ways to fix this situation in particular. So especially with the Heidi advantage, like in I don't know if it's a good thing for her to be able to publicly say who she's voting for, or if it should have been private. From an entertainment perspective, and for the people on the bottom, I think it's a good thing that they did it the way they did. But maybe from a game standpoint, I think it should be private. Like she goes up and votes instead of Lauren does. But Lauren can obviously vote, use her extra vote if she wants live or something like that. It's really tough what they're doing. Um, We're gonna play Funky Kong. We're gonna play the meta here. Oh, Radio Ranger's here. Hello, Radio Ranger. Yeah, we're just here playing Mario Kart for a bit before talking about Survivor 44, the recent episode. I thought it was probably the best episode of the season so far. I don't know if you agree or disagree. Actually, I like carts more. I'm gonna go with the cart. Let's go with this. Wait, I thought this was probably like the um, best episode of the season. Rainy Highway. And as for like people's odds of winning, I think Carson's like gone up. I think it's really tough. It's between Tigo obviously at this point, especially now that Matt's gone. Like Matt was like the outsider, and now he's done, and they ended him off this quickly, which is surprising. And regarding Matt's chances of returning, I think Matt's probably like the most likely besides Bruce to return at this point. Like he's had so much good content, and Jeff was saying this track is boring, but Jeff was saying that there's a lot of second chance contenders this season. Matt is obviously one of them. Like just look at the way they edited him, talked about him. Obviously he's up there. Why are we so slow? What the heck? You thought Matt was going at the start of the episode? I thought he was staying. I thought it was gonna be Lauren. At first, I was like, okay, maybe it's Danny because they're setting this up like Danny's like a fool or something. And then all of a sudden, nope. I thought it was Lauren once Danny was immune. And then all of a sudden, we go to Tribal Council. I'm like, okay, Lauren's going, right? Like, no, like this is all just a facade. But nope, it was actually real. And they did the whole like JD thing with oh my god, what is this track? They did the whole J. What is this garbage? This is literally This is like, what is this? This is straight up American driving right here and Toronto driving. Also, why are we driving so slow? But yeah, I thought Matt was gonna stay. Um, oh my god, this is just outright garbage. Everyone's getting crushed. Oh my god. And yeah, they gave Matt like the JD content. I'm like, okay, they're fooling us. He's definitely staying. Heidi's gonna say, steal Lauren's vote, vote Lauren herself. And I was like, okay, Lauren's going home, right? But nope, she says Jam Jam, and then all of a sudden I think Jam Jam's going home. Like that's a death sentence for Jam Jam. But nope, it just turns out the only reason Lauren voted for Jam Jam, I think, is to split the vote like they planned, which is why Matt went home because they were always gonna vote Matt, which is why he was so desperate going into tribal council. Much more so than Jam Jam. This is by far probably the worst track I've ever played. Like, what is this driving? Also, they made the car so slow in this map in particular, which is hilarious. The race across is this like a Amazing Race, like a knockoff or something, or like a French version of Amazing Race? Race around, race across the world. This sounds like a Roblox game. Race around the world. It's the Amazing Race Roblox game. But yeah, like this episode, there's not much else to talk about. Even though I thought there was a lot to talk about. Obviously, Franny causes Matt's boot here. She sets the ball in motion, and then obviously from that point on, Heidi messes it up. I'd like to see more of the conversation with Heidi. Oh, it's Amazing Race UK. Saskatchewan. We love Saskatchewan. I'm climbing the pack here. I should play Cars 3 music here. I should play Cars music, even though we're gonna get copyright striked. I'm gonna turn the music up, I guess, after this race. This is a really long race, by the way. This is like Toad's Turnpike, but worse and harder. Well, yeah, in terms of BB Cam, we know that Jonathan's on the block, and he's probably gonna stay, right? Even though he's like kind of like sacrificing himself essentially. But oh, the DK theme song. Yeah, I should play that too. Oh my god, all of a sudden out of nowhere. But I think DK, the DK rap, yeah. But yeah, like BB Can, I think Hope's gone tomorrow, and Ty's obviously being targeted by everybody, so he's donezo soon. Double eviction. I don't know when it's gonna come up. To be honest, it's gonna be really interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, Jonathan's probably staying, unless like something major happens where like Jonathan's like actively like sacrificing himself or something. I don't see anything that proves otherwise. And it's honestly surprising, like these good players like Matt, I thought he was well positioned coming into the merge. He seemed like he was really in charge. I don't know how screwed he was by this twist, by the way. Because Bryce, Bryce said that Matt got screwed. And I do agree he kind of got screwed this round. Now that I think about it, Bryce is actually right on this. But the problem is, Franny could have easily, if she thought correctly, saved both herself and Matt, and she just chose to win the challenge for some reason. Like, what was she thinking? It was just moronic. Honestly, who I think is winning, probably Carson at this point. Like his edits bring really going up, which is unfortunate because I don't want Carson to win. For the sake of any superfan, you don't want Carson to win because if Carson wins, you're getting targeted for a long time. It's like Cochran. It's like Steve and Ian. It's gonna set that ball in motion because you know what happens with these people when they win. They everyone who's in their archetype gets targeted right after. It's like Poverty 2.0 kind of, but except this time the male player. Oh yeah, let me turn the music up by the way. Well, the audio is absolutely atrocious. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the audio down because it's not good. But yeah, who I think is winning? It's probably Carson. Um, it's looking really good for Carson. Caroline has a good shot. Jam Jam has a good shot. Yeah, there's definitely a medical issue with Carson this episode, but I don't think it's gonna be a medevac. There's no way Carson's getting medevac. Like you're getting all these like prominent edits players like getting taken out. Like who's gonna be left at the end? Lauren and Heidi? There's no way. Carson's gonna be like having like a fishback situation here, and then he's just gonna be fine after. Like it's not gonna be that big of an issue. I wouldn't worry too much. And yeah, Franny's gonna definitely step up to the plate. I think she might have like this mini arc where she's redeeming herself for Matt's vote out, and then she's just gonna get taken out in the finale at this point. Other than that, I don't think she's done. Other than that, I think she's like fine for now. Especially now that Matt's gone, her threat level is gonna go down. Her targets Definitely going to be significantly lower than would have been. And wow, I guess what? I guess what? The Franny truthers who said that she's gonna make it farther than Matt were right. I guess I did not expect that. But Raccoon doesn't even know that Matt's gone yet. Raccoon has been the biggest Matt truther, saying that he's gonna win. Wait until he finds out, if not already. He's probably gonna be crying. It's gonna be hilarious. I love when they played Furry Bowser music in the movie. Furry Bowser. Oh, sorry, Fury Bowser music in the movie. And I go to my buddy and I'm like, that's the yeah. Does Kane make the finale? I honestly don't know. That's a really good question. Because Kane, he actually has a really consistent story now. I don't know. It just he's getting like fine content. Like he's getting his what he needs to at least be like it's sufficient enough. But now that we see that they're gonna target a Ratu next tribal, maybe they won't go for Brandon, but maybe they'll like their side target will be like Kane or something, and that could be where Kane goes, right? But it was really interesting. Like Matt showed a lot of like he was really astute. He was always there. He was with it, and he was right on a lot of his reads. Like the fact that Jamie had an idol, even though they found that she didn't in her bag. That they found that all these things, like even this episode where he found out that Danny probably has idol, and then he also found out that his idol's fake. So obviously, I would have loved to see Matthew plays idol here tonight, and then have it be fake. Or like, imagine if he found an idol in a papaya, and he was about to break the papaya open. Like that would have been such like an epic edit, like an Amanda sort of thing. No, Matt was not a fantastic player by any means. Okay, Matt was not fantastic. And if you want to debate this, you can come on stream right now. You want to come on voice call? We can talk about this. But yeah, Matt was not a fantastic player. Matt had many flaws in his game. Um, oh yeah, thoughts on the control of vote advantage. Like I already talked about, but it's not good. Like a different way I would have done it is have it like this. So the scroll, instead of having the scroll make them go look for the advantage, the scroll that Franny reads in the episode, what it should be is they're like, okay, you all have one vote, one collective vote tonight at tribal council. You must agree on who to who to vote for tonight. And they basically they'll all have like one combined extra vote. They'd all have like this small say in the tribal council that's happening. And basically, the majority of people who go with a certain decision of that group of people eating at the feast, that's who they vote for. Like if they all agree on voting Jamie, then Jamie gets a vote. If they agree on Matt, then Matt gets a vote. I think that's better because it forces more conversation and that'll be more interesting for the strategic purposes of the episode. Oh yeah, Bryce, you want to join the voice chat? Okay, move to Survivor Zealot's podcast. Go there if you want to speak about the episode, Bryce. But yeah, like yeah, the episode. Oops, sorry, I just I accidentally switched over to the star screen. Yeah, we're gonna get Bryce in here. It's gonna be fun. It's great. Let's see. Let's go Toad's Temple. Who's here? Is it Bryce? Raccoon, you should join too. Because I
It's
don't want.
me, Bryce.
Okay, Bryce is here. Bryce, what do you think about the episode? So, do you think this? Why do you
You're
think this
a
was the worst episode?
fantastic player. I disagree with you. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, Bryce, was this the worst episode? Or what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Honestly, wasn't the worst episode of Survivor of all time. So,
Is it the worst episode of the season in your opinion?
maybe. I don't know. I'm debating this and the Helen episode.
I think the Helen. I think this is way better than the last 3 episodes. Honestly, you get
I
the
didn't watch the
conclusion
Merc
of Matt's
episode.
arc. But by the way,
I
Raccoon,
was,
you're the Matt expert. You're the Matt edit expert. You want to come on? You can talk about the Matt boot if you want.
I only
Like
have
what
like
why this happened?
by the way.
What?
I only have like 2 minutes again, by the way.
Okay, whatever. But yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, Mario Kart Wii rules.
Thanks. We know. Oh my god, okay, but yeah, like
Wait, so now it's time for me
Bryce.
to talk.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Well, I was going to talk about my favorite song in the Mario movie. It's Peaches, 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 Peaches.
Bryce, stop before we
Okay.
get copyright striked and also my ears bleed. Please, thanks.
Okay, sorry. Uh, yeah, I'm just
Bryce,
gonna.
who is your pick to win before you go? No pick to win?
I don't know. Like you said, Carson's a contender. Well, I still think all of Tika's the contenders. Like Jam Jam, Carol, and Carson. I think all of them are the contenders.
Yeah, I don't think there's any at this point. Like, can you even name one true contender outside of them to win? Like, out of anyone else, I can't think of anyone else winning. Can you imagine that?
Let's
I
see.
just flipped through a one.
Uh, uh, Kane. No, it can't be Kane.
Can you imagine Lauren? Can you imagine like maybe
No,
off chance Heidi? But like that's
no,
really impossible at this point. Um,
no. I can't. I can't imagine anyone but Tika.
yeah,
That's
I
like
can't.
kind of the problem with this season. Like, the problem is it just feels
The
predictable
edit
in
is just
that.
outright
What is,
garbage. The edit is garbage this season. I'm not
uh,
even gonna lie.
it's always with the even seasons as well. Like 42 had the same problem with editing issues. Like 41 and 43 editing is actually much better than what's in this editing, but it's like oh, just the same garbage.
Yeah, like this episode, like this season, I'm even more sold on the fact that Jam Jam, Carson, or Carolyn are winning after this episode. Like it's just
Yeah,
so obvious. And
I,
then
I mean,
you have your finale boots like Kane and stuff like that. Maybe potentially Kane finale boot.
oh wait, no, Jamie's definitely winning. I'm joking. No, we're not.
Radio
We're not
Ranger
doing
says
that.
I wanted Jam Jam to go. I guess for the sake of like, but then if Jam Jam goes, to be fair, it becomes even more obvious that Carolyn or Carson are winning. So that gets more boring then.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. What were the clues that Matt was going that Radio Ranger was able to pick up on
Oh,
that apparently I
I
wasn't.
know the biggest clue Matt was going. I actually know this one.
What? Go ahead. Was it Carolyn saying that Matt's not going home?
No, it was at the beginning of the episode when Matt and Franny are walking, and Matt goes, "I finally have freedom" and all that, and it's like all of that. I felt like in a way there was a chance that all of that was leading up to oh, you don't have any more freedom anymore because you're getting voted out.
Yeah. Radio Ranger, and I know you didn't watch the season. Radio Ranger says Australian Survivor Heroes vs Villains is still better than 44. I agree. I
I
100% agree.
probably agree, but anyways, I gotta go. My
All right,
favorite
thanks, Bryce,
soccer
for
team,
tuning.
my favorite soccer team, the Philadelphia Union, are playing night in Champions League. So go
All right,
Union!
thanks for updating us.
All right,
thanks for
all right. Good luck with the podcast part.
thanks, Bryce.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you could even hear Bryce, because I can't even tell if it was intelligible.
So go Union.
Okay, I was just telling he is. Um, yeah, like Australian Survivor Heroes of Villains was obviously 10 times better than this season so far. Like I don't even know why Jeff is hyping this season up so much when it's basically just in line with the last few seasons. It's the exact same thing. It's not particularly interesting. It's not like unique or anything. It's pretty much what you would expect from a modern Survivor season. And honestly, like if anything, I thought he was hyping up the season because of one of the early troubles of the merge, and I thought that this was gonna be the episode where, um, where Lauren goes because of that exciting thing that Jeff was pitching. But nope, we just got a typical Matt boot, and Heidi's advantage was like absolutely useless. If anything, all she did was contribute to the split vote. All she did was contribute to the majority. Sorry, the majority on the tribe. Like she didn't actually do anything. She just did what she basically just did what Lauren would have done anyways. Yeah, I Bryce's mic is not that good. We can just acknowledge that is the truth. But like, yeah, all she did was contribute to the split. I don't know what her thought process was behind voting for Jam Jam at all. Um, like, what did she think that her vote would have sent Jam Jam home instead of Matt? Because it wouldn't have. Oh my god, how did I bounce back when I fell off? And I'm trying to get Raccoon on, but he's just too depressed to come on because his baby boy Matt has gone home. He can't deal with it. I think TMR is gonna be. I don't know. Is he gonna be shocked that Matt went home this early? Because that's really a question. Did he expect this, or did he expect Matt to be like an end gamer? Because I expected Matt to be an end gamer. I expected Franny to go at some point early on, but it seems like maybe the roles are switched here. Maybe Franny's gonna be the one to take on the reins in the end game and ultimately be um the person that avenges Matt in some way or another. But I think Danny or Brendan are definitely in trouble in the next coming episodes. There's no way I can see any more longevity in their games. And honestly, I'm not even sure if Danny's going to be able to even play his idol at this point. I think he might get out with his idol. He probably doesn't even know his group is after him. Unless Heidi snitches. Oh my god. If I was ranking the players based on the chance that they have of returning to the game, of the booted players so far, probably Bruce is number one because basically he's been confirmed. But you know what Jeff can do. Jeff can do what he did to Carolyn. Say that she's gonna return at some point and just never bring her back, and that could be funny. But besides Bruce, I think Matt's probably a lock at this point. He's a really good second chance candidate. He's exactly what Jeff Probst described as a second chance person, like from the season. And then after that, probably, obviously the other Matthew, right? Both of them have a really good shot. And then after that, probably Maddie, right? Which is funny. And then I guess Sarah, and then Helen. Helen has the least chance of returning because at least like Maddie has an opportunity with like a theme season, like a pre-merger first boot season. That's like the only way I could see it happening. Area 64 sounds fun. Yeah, but I don't know how you could see Matt going home this early. Like he was such a contributor to the season. I guess the plot of the season. That it's kind of surprising that he's gone this early. Yeah, Franny has the best edit of the Tika, like the non-Tika people. Like I could see a Franny comeback story, like we saw the sad flashback scene, and that could be a boon in Franny's edit, obviously. Yeah, I don't think Franny's gonna again like not to repeat myself here, which I am, but it's obvious that Tika's gonna win, which is one of the biggest flaws of the season is that they made the complex tribe theory like kind of proven this season. And I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that Tika member doesn't win just for the sake of entertainment, um, and like having an interesting end game. But if Franny like gets a bit more content in the next coming episodes, I can see an easy way of her winning again. But like Franny was just such a bonehead this episode, and I know you can't hide the fact that she was a bonehead because how are you gonna hide the fact that she won a competition? Like you can't hide that in an edit, right? But it was just hilariously how bad she played this episode. Yeah, Jamie. Jamie is not winning. I don't even know when Jamie's gonna go though. Is she just such a joke that she's gonna get just taken to the end? Is she gonna be like a losing finalist that I talked about this last time where I was like, what if there's what if Jamie's like being this cocky about her position in the game and saying that she's the center of everything only to lose at the end when she's just proven wrong on everything? It'll be a hilarious final trip by council moment. That can definitely be something that happens. Instead of getting voted out like a blindside, she just gets completely dunked on at final tribal council as like this joke. If it was like gun to my head and I had to make a pick on who's the final tribal council people, it's definitely it's gonna be Heidi and Jamie at this point. Like they're gonna be sitting next to the winner at this point, I predict. That's like the most likely. But remember, what is it, like 11 people left in the game? 10 people left in the game? I did like a permutation calculation and there's like 39 million combinations for how this season could go based on the remaining placements left to be filled. 39 million. Can you imagine 39 million ways that the season can go? This reminds me of Doctor Strange. He's like, we have like one possible victory here. If they didn't subtitle Jam Jam saying we're gonna, I don't even think it's just that. I think it's just more than that. It's even more than that. And of course, Bryce is talking about Peyton List here. He's bringing his Peyton List to fandom here, which is unfortunate for us. But yeah, like the subtitling is definitely helping them a lot. It's just funny. It's just funny how the season's going. Brandon has had all of his story. He's had everything, every piece of emotional content he needs at this point. To just go home, and then I think Danny needs a bit more content, and then he can go, because I definitely think Danny's someone that has potential to return because of how they showed him. He's like this kind of like Tony figure, right? Franny's someone that can return, but I think Matt's gonna be the one they go for over Franny here. Carson and Jam Jam and Carolyn are all locked fraternities, I think, at this point. The problem is, like, of those guys, who do you prefer? And you have to consider their archetypes too. Like, who do you want back, Nasir or Jam Jam? That's your choice there. I think would I prefer? I would think I probably prefer Jam Jam. He's just better at the game, and he's also funnier. Matt, sorry, Raccoon. How sad are you that Matt's gone, and why are you over Survivor? I thought you were a fan of Survivor. What happened? You're coming. I know you're gonna be watching the next episode. It's happening. Nasir over Jam Jam. Are you just saying that because Jam Jam voted against Matt tonight? Honestly. Well, how screwed was Matt though? That's the question. Like, I don't even know how screwed Matt was. He was probably gonna be set up to get like a big fall anyways eventually. Like this just kind of helped it happen. And also he had so many ways of getting out of this. Like he and Franny both caused this. Like I don't know what they were. I don't know what Franny in particular was thinking. Franny was a total moron in this situation. Yeah, I will agree. Well, that's one big problem with the new era is that they don't want to portray anyone in a bad light, which is why they consistently like give everyone like emotional content, like they give them back, every. The last main villain I can even recall at this point is Bradley, which is why I think I like him so much. Is because he was like the last different sort of player that they had. Like there's just one dimensional like Disney villain where he's not like hurting anybody. He's just hilariously like witty and stuff. Yeah, I don't know why everyone's like. I don't know why Jeff was so hyped about the season again. Like it's just the same thing. It's the same old, same old. It's not anything particularly interesting or anything. And I don't even think the two tribes is the problem. I think the three tribes is not even that bad. I don't even mind it. It's just that the way they edit the show makes it really boring, and the twists are just so uh bad, for lack of a better word. Royal Rainbow 2. Where's Royal Rainbow 1? I want to see Royal Rainbow 1. Raccoon, do you want to come on stream and vent? I think this would make really good content here. You should come on stream right now and vent. Oh, this track looks phenomenal. I love the changing of the colors here. Beautiful. I mean, really, at the end of the day, again, the Mario Kart analogy comes in this into play again. Matt got blue shelled. He was out in front. He was like this major figure. And then no, there's four people. There's four people watching. Stop hating. But anyways, you can come on and boost the viewership then if you think. Oh my god. But yeah, like yeah, it's just not good. I don't even know what I was talking about, to be honest. There, I forgot. Straight up. Yeah, yeah. Matt just got blue shelled. He was out in front. He was leading the pack. Bryce is here. I think potentially Ranger Ranger's here. I'm not sure though. Raccoon, you should come on though for a few minutes and just express your thoughts. It'd be really appreciated. I'm in the Star Results chat. You can still talk if you want. There's no way Danny is winning. I mean, the way you spelled out like Danny from Winners of War, yeah, no way she's winning. But no, Danny's not winning. Like if he was winning, he'd get a much better edit than this. Yeah, I'm rooting for a Kane win too, which is not happening. Which is again the problem this season is like the edit is so unbalanced. I know we're like all saying it's really balanced early on, or at least I think so, but it's just not balanced at all. Like there's only three real contenders, and everyone else is just a side piece, and it's not fun. Cause yeah, and you think Jeff would be hyping the season up if Jamie won or Heidi won? There's no way they're winning. Just imagine that. Just cross them off already. It's not happening. Jeff says this is like the best season in a long time, and he loves it. So it's gonna be like a big player that's being given a really good edit. Danny's not winning, otherwise he would be given a really good edit. He's probably gone in the next few episodes. Brandon's obviously not gonna win. He already got all of his content. He's ready to go. 14 confessionals. Yeah, Winner's getting 14 confessionals in the first episode in Modern Survivor. That makes a lot of sense. That's not happening, guys. It's just true. Oh my god. Was 41 the best? That's the argument. Is like, is it 41? Is it 42 or is it 43? 44? Because people are saying like 43 sucks. I don't know if I agree with that. Because maybe people's opinions have actually kind of changed mine. Because I think that 43 is bad because everyone else said it's bad. But it's not even that bad. Like my honest thoughts on it, I actually like it. The winner's phenomenally fun. I love Gabriel winning. A fat, what is that a fat? A Fabio. I think it's a. Yeah, I think a Fabio style win a Gabon kind of season would be fun. But Jeff doesn't like Gabon for whatever reason. I think he likes to be taken seriously, which is why he likes these emotional stories and lack of villains, which is whatever. Yeah, 43 is not the worst. 43 is not the worst. It's not even that bad. It's not even that bad. Like the theory, the speculation is that people are saying, okay, they edited it bad on purpose because they just didn't care. There's no way they don't care. They have to care. They're getting paid for this. And this is a CBS show. This is a prime time show. This is 8 p.m. You think they're just gonna put no effort in this? Give me a break. And yeah, Gabler's win. It's what it is. It had to be the way it is because it's the best way to sell a story. And it wasn't even that obvious, anyways. Yeah, Radio Ranger. That's just obvious. Whoever's sending those emojis, good job. I really appreciate that. Someone's sending like this weird face emoji. I think it's Bryce. What the heck was that? What did he What the heck was that? That was garbage. I just drove straight off the track because I had nowhere idea where to go. I don't know who's sending those messages. I suspect it's Bryce. Again, if it's anyone else, thank you. Okay, what is the point of the Switch though? The Switches don't make any sense. Like, yeah, I get this is like a Mario Galaxy inspired track, but it's just a track. It's not anything like there's no gimmick to it. There's nothing interesting. It's just a flat road. Are you kidding me? Yeah, skill issue, Raccoon. More like skill issue with you. You can't even read the edit. Thinking that Matt's gonna win. Actually, Radio Ranger, I disagree. I think a lot of people gave a lot of care to that, considering how much they were complaining on Twitter and stuff. I think a lot of people cared, just for the wrong reasons. They were angry more than they're. There's like Mr. Beast kind of where Mr. Beast donates or something, and they just get mad. That was basically what the same thing was. Oh my god, this is just so confusing. You can't see the road below you, and that's what makes it so hard to drive. Raccoon, what do you mean they gave Matt way too good of an edit? Like, what was the good part about his edit? That he had like a Journeys edit? Like, he obviously had a Journeys edit that was not going to end in a win. But the question is, Raccoon, aren't shouldn't you be rooting for Franny right now? That's what you should be doing, but you're not. Or do you don't care about them? Which is funny if you don't. Oh my god. But yeah, like BB20, sorry, BB25, not BB20. I was gonna say BB25 returnees, but we're gonna talk about Survivor returnees season at this point. I think it's happening 46, 47, somewhere around there, right? And the question is, what is this theme gonna be? Are they even gonna do a theme? Is it just gonna be called Survivor 46 or whatever, with no theme, just returning players? Or is there gonna be like a motif? Is it gonna be like a second chance season or something? Because I'm happy for returning season. And hopefully with the returning season they do less twists and stuff because obviously it's their second time playing. They're more high class. They're not gonna like this twist stuff. Hopefully they take a stand against production and disagree with whatever they're doing on some things. His edit kind of compared to the chick from 41 that TMR was saying would win. Who? Shan? Liana? Like what? Yeah, pre-jury season with like Bradley and stuff. That would be amazing. But we're not gonna get that. We're not getting that. I mean, now that Bruce got medevac, that definitely raises the chance that we're gonna get something like that, especially with Matthew as well. Like those are two locks for a pre-jury season. And then you got so many good pre-jurors. Like they're most of the good characters are pre-jurors. That's why they go pre-jury because they're just not good at the game, or they get a really good edit. Like Ghost Island, the best characters from that season are arguably the pre-jurors, and even the people that just get the most content in that season are arguably pre-jurors besides Dom and Wendell, and like Kellen and stuff. Like you talk about Bradley, you talk about Stephanie Gonzalez even. And then obviously Stephanie Johnson, who's not going to play again. But Brendan, James, these are all people with good edits for their time being on the show. Oh yeah, Tiffany. No, Tiffany, at least I could see more of why she's going to win. Whereas with Matt, I definitely do not. Oh my god. Oh my. Did you see that? That was so close. Like Matt's just obviously like a journey edit that's not going to go anywhere in terms of winning the game to me. But for like a returning season, locks are obviously going to be Shan. Problem. I don't even know if Ricard's a lock at this point. I think Ricard's kind of done. I'd rather have like someone else in Ricard's archetype, like Matthew, come back personally because Ricard has pretty much given us everything he needs to give us, and I think he's gonna be doing really bad next time he plays. At least Matthew still has more to show. Matthew's like Ricard light, except probably if he's given a second chance, even better. Because Ricard wasn't even that good. Like Ricard's way too overrated. He was targeted originally on his tribe and only went home because I think it was like at tribal council, Brad and JD changed the plan to Sarah. But like that's why Jeannie was seen voting for Ricard is because that was the plan going in. Ricard was literally going to be the first boot of the season along with Abraham. That would have been hilarious. That Brad was orchestrating a 3-2-1 on them. That's hilarious. Can you imagine that? If Brad did that, he would have that would have been legendary. But yeah, like Brad has to come back for a pre-jury season. There's no way. Like TMR's so low on Brad's chance of returning, but I think Brad's returning if it's a pre-jury season. Like who else would they bring back in Brad's archetype? He's just so entertaining, and he's down to play again, and he's just fun. He was probably so like that's why they made a whole episode dedicated to him. They want you to remember him, and guess what? We do. This is just a regular American from the state of Wyoming who is living on the farm and doing what he wants to do. Minecraft. We're playing Minecraft Circuit. We're seeing what this is about. And then let's go back to BB Can, I guess, a bit because we need to talk about something else as like a breather. Jonathan staying, I think at this point, I think like the odds, live odds, Jonathan has like a 70% chance of staying, maybe more. Like that's just a rough estimate. Oh my God, we're in the Nether. But yeah, Jonathan has like a probably 70, maybe even 80 at best chance of winning, and then sorry, staying. And then Kuzi, I'm not. I don't think Kuzi's gonna win because Kuzi's just way too big of a threat, and everyone, even her alliance, knows it. I feel good about Anika more than anyone else, and I know that's to the disagreement of many people, because I know a lot of people are high on Daniel, but Daniel he has to do more, a bit more. Um, I just feel like Anika is probably gonna be respected for being so straightforward, and she's not even being targeted. She's doing much better than I expected. Again, she was like the lowest of our rankings, our power rankings going into the season with them all, and she's just impressing so much, which is good. So I guess Bryce, who picked Anika, might win the draft. And I can't say he's spoiled this time because we obviously know why. It's Big Brother, so you can't get spoiled there. Oh my god. This Minecraft track is interesting if it was expanded on, but it's like so dull. Um, by the way, like the one thing I will say about this the tribal council is that the conversation at tribal council, the conversation at tribal council was actually really good this time. I feel like it was such a proper send off for Matt and his return, and also we got Jam Jam's content too. I think it was a nice emotional send off to Matt. And also, like, it wasn't just a bunch of fluff. It wasn't just a bunch of bull. Like, they were actually legitimately trying to convince people live during the tribal council, which I think was fine. Again, that's why I like this episode so much. Is the challenge ended quickly. They got the challenge out of the way immediately. They could have done the twist a bit better. Both the advantage and the actual tribal council. Like, why did they do another one of these mergatories? Like, this is like the second. This is like mergatory part 2. You already earned the merge. Now it's just a tribal challenge. It's like the heroes or villains challenge where you get to see the tribal council. It's so stupid. Um, and yeah, oh yeah, Raccoon. Honestly, now I know why you shouldn't be rooting for Franny because Franny caused Matt's boot. That's definitely true. That is true. Like I don't know what was going on in Franny's head when she made that decision to just not throw, to actually try to win. Like who is she trying to protect in that? Like who? I don't understand. Like don't you want to get Danny out? Oh, this track looks amazing. Wow, this looks great. I'm excited to see this. Nice Mario Galaxy base level. But yeah, like who was she trying to convince? Oh god. Because what benefit does Franny have of winning? At that point, she already has immunity, so she should have just thrown to save both herself and Matt for another round and guarantee like potentially getting Danny out. Because at that point, she's safe, so she can make the move if she wants to with no risk. Like it's just such a perfect move. She does 3 things in doing this: opens the room for potentially getting Danny out or a bigger threat like Carson or Carolyn or whatever. Carolyn's not even a threat to be honest. Game wise, edit wise, sure, but game wise, not really. And that's just the truth. She doesn't even get her way. Like nobody looks at her as a viable contender. They all laugh at her and don't listen to her. She's not respected. It's just the truth. The Ed is hiding that because they want to make us think she's a contender. She's not a contender, guys. It's just true. Sadly, if she wins, I mean, I like that, but I don't think that's gonna happen. See you, Radio Ranger. But and that's one pro, and then another pro is Carolyn. Sorry. Is she's safe and Matt's safe. So why did she let go of that? And then the third pro is that she's not winning an immunity challenge, so she doesn't have to get the target on her back by like holding on extra long against Brandon, making herself such a physical looking threat. So she's managing every aspect of her game effectively, and she just threw all 3 of those benefits away. For what? To save Carson for another round? Like what is she thinking? I thought Matt wasn't thinking with his head. I thought he was thinking with the other head, but apparently Franny's not thinking with any head. Because she's doing terrible with that. Like it's ridiculous. Just like my driving on this track. Franny's just all over the place. She's not thinking properly. Which I hope this tribal council leads her like find an idol or something, and then say, Matt, this is a real one. That'll be a nice arc there, like a short-term arc. Oh my god, I don't have the on the emulator. I don't have the B button locked down for going reverse, so I don't know what to do. So I have to just drive that way. I really hope Carson doesn't win. I'd rather have Jam Jam or Carolyn or Franny or whatever win. I think it's just better for the season that Carson goes home like a Shan. But considering that we have so many other Shan contenders, I think Carson might just straight up win. Because this is exactly the content that Carson needed this episode, in my opinion. It's just nothing. Just one confessional to solidify his position and keep us up to date with him. Like, they kept us up to date. They told us about his position in the game, how he's feeling, and they moved on. And they just didn't go back to him. Alright, we'll do one more race here, and then we'll call it a year. It's been fun. If Jam Jam wins, I'm never... Why are you not going to win? What's wrong about him? What did he do? Like, Jam Jam is just so inoffensive. Like, I don't understand. He's funny. He's fine. He's hilarious. Oh my god, Wario! Wario! Mega Wario just standing there. Oh. That's straight up just pee. That's a piss fountain. Oh my god. Let's play a last after no. How about no? Oh my god. What? That arrow was so confusing. Like, what is the purpose of that? Oh my god. I mean, this is a good track. The problem is just it's a fetish track. It's a fetish. Oh god. Dang it. Yeah, like final thoughts to recap the episode. It was probably the best episode of the season and gave us a nice end to Matt's journey. I think it was a satisfying conclusion. The pacing on Matt's journey though is kind of an issue. I guess that's my one criticism. Even though it was a satisfying end, it was like, why is he going this early? Like I don't know. It just felt so untimely. That's the problem. But I think that's like kind of a good metaphor for like what Survivor is. Like you never know when it's gonna end. Baby Park is garbage. That's what it is. Baby Park is not better than anything. Baby Park is the worst track of all time. Especially with items. Like with no items it's actually better. Like it's good. But with items it's outright garbage. And of course Wario's winning on this track because this is his track. It's rigged. It's not even fair. Like I'm gonna catch a watch. I'm gonna win this track. I'm gonna win this race. If I don't win this race, I'm retiring from this streaming. Watch. Oh god, I'm not gonna win, am I? I'm gonna be Wario at least. Watch. Raccoon, have you even watched the full episode yet? Because I don't even know what you think, if whether it's good or not. Obviously, you're not gonna like it because Matt went home, but I think in terms of like an episode, like objectively, it was great. It was what I wanted to see. But I think people are gonna disagree. I think people are just not gonna like this from a story standpoint. I think from a story standpoint, it's the best, but like actually from like a game thing. Okay, here we go. Back in first. My title might stay in place. Oh, you watched it? Yeah. Honestly, I was surprised that Matt went home. I thought he was gonna straight up stay. Like I thought Heidi once she got the thing, I'm like, okay, Heidi's gonna save, Matt somehow. I'm gonna lose this race, which means I'm gonna have to retire. But joking, I'm not gonna retire because I was crossing my fingers totally. Oh, oh my god. Not even my fault. Not even my fault. Come on, rubber banding, help me win. Slow down for me, like you always do. Just don't do it now. Oh, I'm gonna lose. I lost totally. It's okay. It is what it is. I'm gonna be Diddy Kong though. Totally. Bitch. All right, that was a third place finish. And yeah, we had fun. Like it was a decent stream. I guess we talked about the episode. We recapped it real quick, and we talked about pretty much everything you need to know about the episode. Like literally, even just Danny walking, we recapped pretty much. So we went into the